now joined by UFC middleweight Jack Hermansson. Our first question goes to Gabriel Gonzalez with Cage Side Press.
Hey Jack,
Hi.
You said you were very happy that you ended up getting a fight with Kelvin after the Weidman fight was canceled. Can you just explain a little more about why you like this fight a lot more?
It's basically about the rankings and that Kelvin is a little bit more relevant in the top of the middleweight division. So I feel like a fight against him is gonna push me towards the top 5. So that's why I like the fight.
This is going to be a big 2 weeks in the middleweight division. Obviously your fight, then you have next week Darren Till, Robert Whittaker. Is there more pressure to have that big exciting performance, a big finish, because you want to stand out amidst all these fights going on?
Yeah, not just now. I feel like the pressure is there all the time, man. I put the pressure on myself, and I know what my goals are. So I don't feel more pressure now than before, but the pressure is always there.
What does Kelvin bring to the table that makes him a dangerous opponent?
I think Kelvin brings very dangerous hands. I think that's his most dangerous weapon. But he also has a wrestling background, so he can handle that as well. And he has a black belt in jiu-jitsu, so he's an all-round fighter. And he's fought some of the best, and he's done very good. So he's a top fighter, but I think his hands is his most dangerous weapon.
And do you have a prediction who wins between Till and Whittaker next Saturday?
Super hard to predict, but I give a small edge to Whittaker. Just because he has a championship background, being a multiple-time champion. So I think that Whittaker will edge that one out.
Thank you, Jack. Good luck.
Thank you.
Our next question is from Gabriel Pengelingen with Dojo Drifter.
Jack, how are you doing?
Good, thank you very much. How are you?
I'm doing good. So how does it feel to be in Fight Island? I understand it's slightly cold, it's slightly warmer than where you come from. How is it being there, dealing with the heat, the time zones and everything?
It has been good actually. I prepared for the time zone at home a couple of weeks, so that was no problem. And the heat is real, but I try to stay inside, and not get exposed too much, because it's warmer than anything I ever experienced before.
And you've had a meteoric rise, of course, coming off that loss to Cannoneer. What did you learn from that fight that you think you'll bring into the fight this weekend?
I think I learned that I need to keep my mind in the fight and see what is happening in the fight and take decisions from that, and not just stay inside my head. That's the main thing.
All right, and when it comes to your assessment of Kelvin Gastelum, you actually mentioned it earlier. But is there an aspect of his game that you prepare for specifically, or do you just work on, your game plan and your skills?
It has been mainly to prepare for a southpaw opponent, because he stands southpaw and it's extremely different than to fight a orthodox fighter. So that has been something that has been a focus in my preparation.
All right, and the current champ of your division is Israel Adesanya. You're not looking past Gastelum, but what's your assessment of the current champ?
Great fighter. He truly looks incredible, and he has some of the most awesome striking in the sport. But I'm a little bit unsure of his grappling skills. They might be just as good, but we haven't seen so much of it yet. So that's a part that I'm interested in.
So when you imagine maybe fighting for the title in the future, would you like it to be against a fighter at the caliber of Adesanya?
Yeah, definitely. I would love to fight Adesanya, and I'm sure it will happen.
Well, we wish you the best of luck with everything. We'll tune in to your fight, sir. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Our next question is from Jake Anderson with Cage Side Press.
Thanks very much. And Jack, it felt like you were really, really close prior to the Cannonier fight in terms of the title picture and everything. Do you think a big performance this weekend can get you back to where you were, or even closer, especially given there's not a ton of activity right now because of the pandemic?
Yeah, definitely. If I win this fight in great fashion, I believe that I'm back where I were, and I can just see a natural development up there in the top. I feel like Adesanya is gonna fight Costa. Then Cannonier needs a title fight, and of course we have the fight between Till and Whittaker, and I should fight the winner of that fight and be the next contender.
What did you take away from the Cannonier fight? What sort of adjustments did you make coming out of that?
It was mostly a mental thing, where I feel like I need to trust the work that we're putting in my training, and to be able to follow the game plan. Basically, I feel like that's one of the most important things that I took from that fight.
And you mentioned the Costa fight for Israel. Last one for me. How do you see that going?
There's gonna be a crazy fight. I'm really looking forward to it. And Adesanya is a wizard, but I feel like Costa has a physical style and some pressure that is just unbelievable, and I believe that he can give Adesanya trouble. I give a small edge to Costa in that one.
All right, thanks very much. Best of luck this.
Thank you.
That's all we have for you today, Jack. Thank you.
Thank you so much.